Hello everyone, Brian here with another game of Modern Warfare 2. This is Capture the Flag on Quarry. I had mentioned this in one of my earlier videos a couple weeks back that I did have a couple of Capture the Flag gameplay videos that I was going to be working on for you soon. However, I never quite got to it. I don't know why. I left these sitting on my hard drive for the last couple weeks. So when I was looking through some of the gameplays I have recorded, I was like, oh yeah, I really need to get to work on one of those for you. And I also had mentioned previously, and there was either in one of my video descriptions or something like that, most of you probably wouldn't even recall it, that my mind works in some very strange ways. My mind, with as far as thoughts and everything else goes, sometimes I'll have so many different things swirling around in my brain at one time that it really even confuses the shit out of me. Sometimes when I get to work in the morning, for the first half hour, I have such a set routine that I'll just start thinking about different things, whether it be, what's going to be going on that weekend, something on TV coming up that night, whatever it might be. And yes, even as sad as it may sound, I even do think about sometimes what topics of conversation I'm going to come up with for some of my commentaries I work on for you guys. And I was having one of those moments recently. I'm going to preface it by saying that my wife and I don't go to the movies a whole lot. I'm more of a DVD guy. If there's a really popular movie out that I know I'm going to be interested in and I want to see, I'm just going to wait until it comes out on DVD so that I'll buy it either on standard DVD, or obviously if it's a sci-fi movie, really good horror movie, or superhero movie, or whatever it might be, I'll buy it on Blu-ray and watch it on my PlayStation. And plus, movie tickets now are like $12 each. The last time my wife and I went, so they are getting incredibly expensive. So if I'm going to spend $25 for 2 tickets to the movies, not to mention, of course, I have to get candy. I'm pushing 40, but I still love candy. So I'm going to spend $5 on a small box of candies and a soda and everything else. So that's like another $10, $15. So you're pretty much almost spending, by the time the two of us are done, like $50 to go to the movies. And if it's a really good movie that I want to see, I'm going to end up buying it on DVD anyhow. So then I just bought it again after I spent $50 on it. So I really don't rationalize that too well. Like I said, I missed most of the most recent summer blockbusters, everything else. But I know Iron Man 2 just came out on DVD yesterday, and I'm definitely going to be picking it up most likely sometime tomorrow, so I can watch that sometime over the weekend. And I was also surfing around in that a little bit, like I have to do. I'm at work a lot, and I saw that there were a couple pictures or clips put out about the new Captain America movie with the guy that played the Human Torch in the Fantastic Four. I don't remember what his name is off the top of my head, but it spurred a topic in my brain that I had thought about or joked about with a couple people on occasions before. And I was going to put the question to you guys here as well. As I thought, hey, it might be kind of interesting just to get some people's thoughts or opinions on it, or it's kind of everyone's childhood dream. We all grew up watching superheroes and wondering what it would be like to be a superhero, and they even did something like that with that movie Kick-Ass, which was hilarious, by the way. If you haven't seen it, check that out. That was a great movie. So, we all grew up, watching Batman, Superman. I grew up watching the Justice League of America against, like, the Legion of Doom and everything else. And I was wondering, if you guys could pick one superpower that you could have, what would it be? Now, that doesn't mean you can be one superhero. You can't say, I want to be Superman, because Superman has super strength, he can fly, he's invulnerable, he's got that heat vision stuff, and so he's got many different superpowers. So you can't say that, but I will accept an answer like I want to be the Flash, because obviously the Flash is pretty much the only thing he has is super speed. You could probably even say I would probably accept Green Lantern, because other than his power ring, which does enable him to fly, the power ring is his only real superpower, and that gives him the ability to do certain different things. You can't tell me Wolverine, because you might be able to tell me X-Men Origins Wolverine, because he could heal himself before he had the adamantium skeleton, before he became indestructible. So that counts as 2 superpowers, so you can only pick one. And from watching a couple superhero movies, over the years with my wife, and she tolerates them because she's a good wife. She had asked me, like, what would your superhero power be if you could pick one? And yes, even though I am older, I am still a kid at heart and somewhat immature at times when it comes to that kind of stuff. So, and I obviously like to make a lot of different jokes. So my first my first answer was I would consider possibly being invisible, because that way I could go wherever I wanted to. No one would know I was there. I could sneak into the Playboy Mansion and hang out at photo shoots. I could sneak into the, Philadelphia Eagles or the Raiderette locker room and hang out with the cheerleaders and, you know, really perverted stuff like that. Yeah, I know it's kind of perverted, but come on now, what guy hasn't thought about it? Seriously, if you never thought about that, you're lying. And then I said, well, maybe, okay, if I'm not gonna not take the non-perverted route, maybe I would want the ability to fly. And I thought about that. I mean, that'd be kind of cool. I mean, I would never have to worry about getting stuck in traffic for going to work. And if I wanted to go on vacation somewhere, I would never have to, deal with lines at an airport and security gates. And I could just grab my bag and fly wherever I wanted to go, and probably get there a lot quicker. But that has its limited usefulness. I figured, obviously you can still injure yourself, and I mean, it's stupid. I mean, when you think about it, some really stupid thoughts run through your mind with about that kind of stuff. What if I got hit by something while I was flying and I crashed to the ground and died? I can fly, but I'm not invulnerable. So I thought about it a little bit more, and I decided that if I could have one superpower, I think I would want to be invulnerable. I mean, think about how, what's the word I'm looking for? Empowering, or, no, not empowering. But just what, I'm drawing a blank for what word. If I think of it, I'll say it later. But, just knowing that no matter what you did, you never could possibly get hurt. You could skydive without fear. You could, race a drag racer. You could race NASCAR, whatever you want, without ever fear. No matter what happened, if you crash, you would never get hurt. You could play any sport you wanted to without any fear of ever getting hurt. You could rock climb, because if you fall, you're not going to get hurt. So I mean, just imagine all the different things that fear normally prevents us from doing, that you would probably be able to do if you knew you could never be injured. You could even, obviously, use that power for good, like the movie, the Bruce Willis movie, what was it, Unbreakable, where he realized he never could get hurt, and he went and saved that family that was kidnapped. So obviously, you could use it to fight crime that way as well. I mean, obviously, you can't get your ass kicked because you can't get hurt. So you obviously would still have to learn some kind of martial arts or something like that, because you don't have super strength and you can't fly. So you could use it to fight crime and do good for other people. And just, the possibilities there are somewhat limitless. So with so many superheroes out there to choose from, with many of whom I never even mentioned remotely any of the different powers, but think about that for a couple minutes before you respond, and tell me what superpower you would want. And if you also want to throw in what your favorite superhero of all time is, that's cool too. Mine, personally, is Batman. I mean, Batman's just badass. Even though he doesn't really have any superpowers to speak of, other than the fact that he's an incredibly wealthy billionaire who happens to have some really intelligent people working under him that create all these cool toys for him. Batman was just always too cool. I mean, that's just my opinion. But, so like I said, think about that for a little bit, and tell me what your superpower would be if you could pick just one, and tell me why you would pick that one superpower. If you do, go my original immature route and say invisibility, so you could look at naked women. Hey, that's cool. Hey, like I said, I admitted it. I thought of it too. And also, please let me know what other things you guys may want me to talk about. If there's something you want to hear my opinion on, or ramble about, or if there's something you want to know about me, tell me. Anyone that knows me will definitely tell you I'm an incredibly opinionated person. There's not many topics I don't have or can't formulate a pretty strong opinion on, so leave me a comment or shoot me a private message with that information, and it'll give me something to work with on my future commentaries. Obviously, up until Black Ops comes out, because once Black Ops comes out, for those people that aren't going to buy it right away, obviously you guys are going to want to know about the maps and the weapons and the gameplay and how that is. So You're going to want more informational videos, I'm guessing, early on, rather than just hear my incessant ramblings about random topics out in the pop of my head. So, give me some ideas as far as what you want me to talk about up until that time, and I will be happy to work on some of them. I mean, don't get crazy now with overly personal stuff, but if you have a question you want answered, just shoot it over to me, and I will, see what I can do to get it answered for you. But this gameplay is now over. We obviously do blank the other team as far as flags captured, and I actually did end up with most flags carried and captured. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I will see you guys soon, and hope you have a good one.